mambo yalivyo. Lakini tunaambia Wakenya wenzetu, hizo soko ambazo zimefunguliwa, nilikuwa nikiongea na Matiang'i anasema pesa zimetupwa ambazo zimemwagwa kwa by election pale Kisii za hali ya ajabu. I've just come from Magarini, pesa za ajabu. Candidate mwenyewe pale, kijana ambaye I really admire him and I hope the people of Magarini will end up electing a leader like that. Hana uoga kabisa. Aliambiwa haje apatiwe 100 million shillings aachie candidate wa UDA. Akasema hawezi. Sio yeye aliibiwa kura, because the essence of the by-election in Magarini is about voter theft, stealing of an election. And that's what the matter was canvassed up to the Supreme Court. So akasema hawezi bila idhini ya ambao walimpigia kura. Yeye mwenyewe angechukua 100 million shillings na kwenda nyumbani. Lakini akasema atakuwa pesa amehujumu nia za wazalendo ambao walimchagua kwa wingi wa kura na zikaibiwa. So this time tukaona na tunarudi, kutoka hapa turudi, we are going on the ground. Tutaenda everywhere. But we must tell Kenyans, kila mtu acheze according to their lane. I mean, the amount of resources this administration has used in this by-election is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Kwa hivyo, they must face up to the consequences. We have called them out. I think our quick reaction team of lawyers will also be taking up these matters so that we do not just end up reading a statement. We are going to follow with solid legal action. So these guys should be receiving letters of notice to show cause why we should not prosecute them in blatant disregard of the law. Na wote hawa walichukua katiba wakasema wanaapa kuilinda na kuitetea katiba. Sasa jamaa waelekea wapi hao? I heard Ruto akisema Wakamba wataenda mbinguni. Lakini hao wenyewe waelekea wapi? Yes sir. Never received any invitation. I don't know how they send out the invitations. They have the list of all the registered political parties. Some not so prominent, some others. I think we are hitting about 100 political parties. They can choose maybe wale ambao hata na makandidate waitwe pale waambiwe tumeeta political party. There must be transparency every step of the way. I was with my Secretary General of Wiper Patriotic Front in Magarini. She never mentioned that she has received any invitation. How do they send them out? Expired. Could we not have used either government printer, for example, with everybody there watching, right? And then spare the country 27 million shillings. Okay. Now it's cool to reach out to leaders. Just tell you they are actually acting in a manner which is complicit. I told you they receive instructions through the CEO, Marjan. What's her name? Marjan. Marjan receives instructions from State House through the former commissioner who is in charge of ICT, who is the Ruto's political advisor. So it doesn't care about the opposition reaching out to us. It doesn't. We would gladly want, by the way, I'm telling you, after all this, we are going to go ourselves and sit with them and tell them it is not about them, it's about the country. Kwa hivyo mambo haya yana umuhimu mkubwa sana. Lakini wewe bwana sikiza, sisi hatununui uoga, are we afraid? Are we afraid? We are here to get things right for this country once and for all. Kwa hivyo yale ambayo nimeyasimulia hapa katika hiyo hotuba ambayo nimesoma hapa inaangazia wazi kwamba hakuna mambo ya Wakenya kuuzua uoga. Ni haki zao, kila Mkenya asimame achukue haki yake. Tume ya IBC yenyewe, before we call them out, tumesema wazi hata bila chuki or anything kwamba kama wenzangu hawa ambao nimetaja majina yao, kama wanasema hizo sheria ambazo nimeorodhesha, watajua kwamba they are not supposed to be there. Tusipowaambia sasa wakome, tutawaambia mwaka gani? Sadly, the new commission has not only escaped this challenge, the way it was appointed, escaping the spirit of consultation and concurrence the National Dialogue Committee stood for, has left many feeling that IBC is still not above political influence. For the sake of our country, the Commission must now roll up its sleeves and prove its independence. It must work with honesty and transparency so that every Kenyan can see that it serves the people, not the interests of the executive or any political administration. We had hoped the new commissioners would take office with a single-minded determination to restore IEB's credibility. But so far, the signs are not as reassuring as Kenyans deserve. It is time for the Commission to step up for the sake of our democracy, the sake of our country, our stability, and the faith of every voter. On the issue of voter registration, we have concerns. We are deeply concerned that the IEBC has not done enough to engage the public or provide the civic education necessary for a smooth and inclusive voter registration exercise. There are several issues we must raise. Number one, the introduction of iris scanning as a mandatory requirement was rolled out without talking to an ING or properly explaining how it works. From what we hear across the country, this new system may actually be putting people off from registering. Worse still, it has created a voter register with two different standards, some with iris data, some without, raising real questions about fairness and about consistency. Number two, limiting voter registration to constituency offices during working hours only and excluding weekends is unfair to many Kenyans. Workers, teachers, students, and young people simply cannot access these services in such a short window. The IEBC must therefore change this model and carry out voter registration over the remaining period on all days of the week and at the work for calling out the perpetrators of the violence in Kasipul. And we however note that security elements have been deployed in excessive numbers in strategic places in an attempt to intimidate voters. This must be called out and stopped forthwith. On vigilance, we have noted with utter dismay, though not surprised, the outright abuse of state resources by public servants. By public servants during this by-electioneering cycle, in clear contravention of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Articles 81 and 232, as well as the Elections Act 2011 at sections 80 and 83, and